Hello there and good evening. Welcome to Gateshead International Stadium. We are the Heat Army podcast. We are bringing you a full match commentary of Gateshead versus Charlton Athletic here in the FA Cup second round. It's definitely a case of lights, camera, action because this game is under the lights and the cameras are here for ITV4. So we do appreciate it that if you've stuck with us for this commentary this evening, or if you're living further afield and can't get the TV game. Thank you very much. And same message, just let us know where you're listening from in the world. The players are just leaving the pitch now. They've went through a vigorous warm-up. The cameras are all around the pitch. The atmosphere, you can cut it with a knife. We're up in the press box again because all the big boys are here covering the game, but we don't mind that because it makes the club a lot of money, and that is the most important thing here. But it is going to be a fantastic occasion. My name's David Gallis. It's an absolute pleasure to be bringing you this commentary this evening. I'm joined by Mark Curvers, who will be talking to us very, very shortly. He's just busy doing a couple other bits and bobs. But I'll go through the Charlton Athletic side. Stephen Henderson in goal. It is Ben Purrington, George Dobson, former Sunderland player, Aquin Famo, Dillihang Yesami, Jaden Stockley is the captain, Alex Gilby, Connor Washington, Elliot Lee, Sean Clare, and DG Ellery is the starting lineup for Charlton Athletic. Gateshead is Jacob Chapman, Robbie Tinkler, Mike Williamson, Lewis Story, Alex Nicholson, Owen Bailey, the captain, Greg Ollie, Dan Ward, Adam Campbell, Kedwin Scott, and Macaulay Langstaff comes back into the side after a few weeks out injured and looked a doubt for this game a few weeks ago. And, well, Mark, to have Macaulay back is a... Whoop. Had to have Macaulay back. We just had a few technical issues in our ears there. Can you hear me all right, Mark?
Yes.
There we go. I can't. 1 second. We'll get there. Right, we'll just leave it where we can hear it. Sorry about this. There we go. Technical problems. To have Macaulay Longstaff back in the starting lineup is a massive plus, but how many minutes will he see out this evening?
Well, firstly, can you unplug it? Because I can't hear you. Which is, Macaulay's obviously trained the last 2 days. He was a major doubt, I think, this time last week, but has come through. I don't think he'll be starting if there was any doubt. How long you get out of him probably depends on how the game goes, to be fair, but if you can keep him on the pitch for as long as possible, there's a better chance of a shock here.
There certainly is. And probably one of the names that was probably a bit of a shock to see not start was Matty Jacob. It looks like Alex Nicholson will be playing in the left-back slot tonight. Very capable player in that position. What does that tell you about the plans for the game?
Possibly a bit of experience.
Yeah.
It's not playing it safe, really, but it is a very experienced back four in front of a goalkeeper that is just making his way in his first season in senior football. So I think that's probably the biggest factor behind that decision, is just to get as much experience in the back four. We do expect it to be a back four with Tinkler, Williamson, Story and Nicholson from right to left. So it's the thing is as well, Alex Nicholson's played at left back before in his career. He's played there for a number of clubs. It's not as if it's an alien position to him.
And so he's very comfortable right across the back four, or back five as it were. He can play in a number of positions. It's going to be a very entertaining game. The bench for Gateshead is Jack Hunter, Paul Blackett, Luke Williams, Connor Panny, Ryan Womble and Matty Jacob, who we were just talking about there. Thank you to everyone that's messaged in already. Gordon Manus put away the Heat, good luck tonight. We've got one from Paul Jenkins. He's put good evening, thank you very much. And Alan Guest has put, we'll be glad for some fully biased commentary. Well, we're not too biased here on Heat Army Podcast. So thank you very much. Remember, do send us in your messages where you're listening from in the world. And we'd love to have them throughout the commentary. We're just waiting for the players to come back out. They should be here in the next, say, 5 minutes. And then there's the build-up. The TV cameras are just taking down the makeshift TV studio on the far side. So I'd imagine they're playing some of the interviews with the players before they come out. And it's a fantastic occasion, Mark. We've seen this so many times for other teams around the region. And tonight it's Gateshead's turn.
Yeah, I mean, it's the FA Cup's always special to North East fans,
Yeah.
and you think of the great memories that North East non-league clubs have had. We talked to Paul Dixon before, and he was part of that Willie Bay coaching staff that was there when they beat Preston North End back in the early 90s, late 80s.
He never talks about it.
He never mentions it though. But you look at, I know, probably shouldn't really say it on here, but you look at the history that
well, of course, you can't hide from the fact that our neighbours in Northumberland, Blythe Spartans, have an FA Cup heritage. But it'd be nice to see if Gateshead can add to that northeast calibre.
Even with Gateshead, I know it wasn't the current form of the club, but that win against Liverpool as well.
Yes, unbeaten as well.
Unbeaten against Liverpool.
Obviously, if we get into the third round, they will be petrified about coming up against Gateshead.
They will. I quite like to see Klopp on the touchline here.
The thing is, he might be able to win Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues, but can he do it on a wet Friday night at Gateshead?
Can anyone?
Well, we're going to find out if Gateshead can do it on it's slightly wet out there. It's not raining at the moment. It's quite mild on Tyneside compared to the last few days. So it's the perfect evening for football. The Tyne and Wear stand here is absolutely rammed packed. It's a sellout. There is about 400 fans on the far side from Charlton who have made the long trip up on a Friday evening. And we spoke to Lewis Mendez from the Charlton Live podcast. And they said that the rail fares shot up once the game was confirmed on the replay, which is very unfortunate. So, and if any of them fans are travelling back tonight, they're not going to get back to yon time in the morning. So, big respect to them for travelling up. But if we look over to our right-hand side as well, the south stand, Mark, has got a few hundred in as well. So, we're looking at possibly near 4,000 crowd here tonight.
Yeah, I'd expect around, 3,500, 4,000, I guess, which would be a big plus, wouldn't it? I mean, you look at what Gateshead normally get, which is normally around the 1,000 mark. So, and as I said last night in your podcast, Dave, it would be nice to think they can put on a show tonight, and then when we're here for the bread and butter on Tuesday, when we play York City at the International Stadium, that a few of the supporters that have come along tonight will come along then as well.
Well, let's certainly hope so. It might sound a little bit sterile in the background here compared to our normal commentaries because we are actually in the press box today. As I say, we mentioned earlier on that BBC Radio Newcastle, 5 Live, and the BBC London are here to cover Charlton, and they're in our normal spot.
You've been putting your place, Dave.
We've been cast aside.
Don't put me in this.
I'm putting you right in it. I'm blaming you. But no. So to say, hopefully the crowd is coming up because. See, it sounds electric out there, doesn't it, Mark, so far?
It does. And, it's, again, and I keep saying I'm hesitant to go back to that those times that were difficult not so long ago here, but the reason so many people kept this club alive and worked through the wee hours in the night to keep it alive, was for nights like this and moments for the football club, for the town to experience nights like this again.
Well, I'll say a big thank you as well. David Cowan has sent us a message. Good luck, Gateshead. Just a side note, David Cowan puts on the best bonfires in Harlow Green because I was quite panicked.
Deliberately?
Yes, deliberately on bonfire night, not just in general. It was probably very scary high looking from my bedroom window. But no, big thank you for tuning in. Let us know where you're listening from in the world. Keep it going, share it as well. And if you are watching on ITV, hopefully you've got us on as well. Hopefully it syncs up. If not, then we might be behind or in front. But let's hope Gateshead are in front and not behind. We are waiting for them to come out. The camera crew are just waiting down at the tunnel. We're waiting for the teams to come out. The ball is on the podium and the atmosphere is, the crowd are just waiting in anticipation. And the ball boys are down there with black and white checky flags. It's starting to feel like a match day experience coming to Gateshead Stadium now. Over the years, people say it's not a stadium for football, but when it's full like this, it certainly does feel like a football stadium.
I've never really bought into the stadium thing and the running track and all that rubbish. I mean, people pay, admittedly, watching top level football, but people pay a lot of money to watch
and sit in the gods.
At the likes of your St James's, Old Trafford, to sit at the back of the stand there, which is further away than we are here. And I get what they mean because it is difficult here on a, when the wind's blustering across the pitch. It's not great, and I think we would all like to see Gateshead in a stadium that's maybe more befitting the club. But you've got to think everything we've got here. I've said this many times that they've got the college, they've got the training facilities, they've got everything they need here. They've got the offices. It's as good a ground as you'll get.
It certainly is. And we've got a message from Alan Guest. He's put TV on mute, you on the sound, he'd ready, let's go. Well,
apologies in advance.
Yeah, that's what you want from a listener. Big thank you. And just looking down, a big special mention to somebody that we both know and both friends with, Bernard McWilliams, Vice Chairman here at Gateshead. He's been battling COVID And he's back fit, not fully fit, but he's doing very, very well. And I'm glad he's here to see this today, because he's put a lot of work in, a lot with the supporters trust Gated Soul. There's a lot of unsung heroes here, and we mentioned on the podcast last night that they deserve every bit of accolade tonight, because without their hard work, this wouldn't be happening at all. There wouldn't be a club, there wouldn't be a game. But it looks like now we are going to be waiting for both teams to be coming out of the tunnel, as the crowd just goes a little bit quiet. I'll say we're about 4 minutes away from kickoff here, and we'll be going through the teams very shortly if you missed it earlier on. Well, we still wait the teams to come out, and I think we might be ready. The fans are definitely ready.
Would it be right in thinking the last time there'd be a crowd like this would have been that Lincoln game?
Possibly, when Lincoln came up for the
Bromley, I should say.
Bromley.
In the trophy. Was it semi?
Semi-final, second leg, was where Scott Barrow scored that fantastic 40-yard strike on the left peg, and sent my underpants into the hemisphere because I was screaming on that one.
Let's never talk of that again.
Well, here we go. This is it. FA Cup action, second round. Gateshead versus Charlton Athletic. Greg Ollie leads the team out, applauds the Tyne and Weir stand behind him, as does the rest of his team behind him. And Charlton in their famous red shirts and white shorts. Gateshead in their black and white checky tops, black shorts, white socks. And the Tyne and Weir standers give them a fantastic reception as they've come out. And this is how Charlton line up this evening even. It is Stephen Henderson in goal, Ben Purrington, George Dobson, Aquin Famewoo, Diliang Yesemi, or G Yesemi, I'm getting that right, J Yesemi, the captain Jaden Stockley, Alex Gilby, Connor Washington, Elliot Lee, Sean Clare, and Dishi Eloise. So there we go. That is how Charlton line up Gateshead. This is how they line up this afternoon. I keep saying this afternoon, this evening. It is Jacob Chapman in goal, Robbie Tinkler, the captain, the player manager, Mike Williamson, Lewis Story, Alex Nicholson, Owen Bailey, Greg Ollie, the captain, wearing number 10, Dan Ward, Adam Campbell, Kedwin Scott, and Macaulay Langstaff returns to the starting lineup. They're just removing the Emirates FA Cup signs from the pitch, and we'll await the coin toss, and we'll tell you which way Gateshead are shooting here in the first half. But there's, just to paint the picture here, there's a lot of camera gantries around the pitch. There's a lot of the steady cams as well. So this game is going to be well covered, Sky Sports style, as it were. And also
ITV Sports style.
Yeah, exactly. But if you look up, there is some temporary floodlights here today. There has been complaints of late that it hasn't been that well lit up, but tonight it is, let's say, in all its glory, the International Stadium pitch.
Never a complaint with the pitch here, is there? Really, it's just nicely lit for a change, because there are patches sometimes when the floodlights are the normal floodlights. You can see a few out actually in the one to our right. But look on the part tonight.
Certainly are. Well, it looks like Charlton are going to be shooting from left to right. They're going to be shooting towards the Felon side, and Gateshead are going to be shooting from right to left towards the River Tyne.
Well, that's not on.
And sorry?
That's not on.
I know. Well, we're about to find out if the difference in the leagues apart will play its part, or will Gateshead be able to write themselves into FA Cup history with a giant killing here against former Premiership side Charlton Athletic. And Mark, you had a little look at some stats before the game, and I'll let you have your stats about the Premiership.
But prove my own stat to be wrong. So I don't want to read it out.
Well, let's just say that there's enough Premier League experience in Gateshead.
There's obviously Campbell and Williamson played for Newcastle in the Premier League, and I thought that was, at one point I got very excited that it could be more than there is in the Charlton side, but there isn't.
Right.
A couple of players in the Charlton side made one appearance in the Premier
Apologies, I've just threw Mark under the bus there, but we're taking the knee here. And we are underway as Charlton kick off. Alex Gilby kicked it back to his defence and it's played out towards the left-hand side already, nodded on, and out it goes for a Gateshead throw.
I covered Sunderland's game against Ipswich a couple of weeks ago and I was talking to someone who's covered the Sunderland Charlton game and did say that they would be quite direct. Now you'd think with Mike Williamson, Louis Story, that wouldn't be a bad thing for Gateshead.
Well, Campbell picks up the ball midfield, puts it straight out to Macaulay Langstaff on the right-hand side. He's got Kedwin Scott in the centre. Can he pick him out? Cross in, and no one was there challenging. It's going to go out for a throw-in next to the corner flag. But that is showing Gateshead can break fast.
That could have been the perfect start, couldn't it? A great ball by Campbell. That front three trying to combine. Again, I'm not sure of the makeup of the front three. It looks like Campbell on the left, Langstaff on the right, and Kedwin Scott down the middle. But we know that can change.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they interchange throughout the game as we wait this throw-in to be taken here down the right-hand side. Up it goes. Nicholson wins the ball. Story picks it up, plays the ball through to Langstaff, who managed to get it to Ollie. Ollie gets it back on the now a shot from Dan Ward. Never got the connection, but Gateshead have started very, very well here.
Look, I think we need to. I know most people listening will be fully aware of what Gateshead are, but if anyone is tuning in, Gateshead aren't your stereotypical non-league side. They're not going to just knock this long to a big front man because they simply don't have one. They will play football. They probably will try and play out from the back as much as they can.
Well, if we can carry on in the same vein as what we started, it'll be very impressive. As the ball's nodded over there and keeper comes out, nicely seen back there by Lewis Story. And it was a little bit tight though. I thought he was going to nod it to the keeper initially, but Chapman came out and gathered it up. But now Gateshead played up towards Campbell, who plays it back to Story. Story picks out Nicholson. Back to Story. Story now plays it over the top, and is it going to be up by Dan Ward? It has. Offside flag has went up. I thought Dan Ward was going to fly through there.
So the Charlton defence looked a bit relaxed. Just let him go.
Well,
great start.
It certainly is. I mean, we're only into the third minute, and we've had two decisive breaks here so far from Gateshead. Can they capitalise and get the ball into the box? So, we wait for this one. Now as Charlton have it on the right-hand side, taking it down towards the corner flag. It's been crossed in, and it's been given as a corner. No, it was Jay Yesemi there that put that in. Well, we wait this one to come in here. It is Elliot Lee, son of former Newcastle midfielder Rob Lee. So he puts one in there towards danger zone and nodded clear by Gateshead defence. It's another corner.
Great corner.
It was just dropped at the right time, didn't it? Apologies if there's any sound issues here. We've got a little bit of crackling in our ears. I don't know if it's coming through on the broadcast there. Hopefully not. And Elliot Lee goes across to the far side to take this one. It's another one tight towards the goalkeeper. Chapman fists it clear. Can Greg Ollie get there? And nicely strong. Clears it, put into Connor Washington's Alex Gilby's legs. And now it's just been cleared. Gateshead can try and break. And a free kick's being given. I followed the ball. I didn't see it must have been a late collision on George Dobson. Yeah,
I think it was Owen Bailey. Just as Dobson's played the ball, I think he's just collided with Dobson. Charlton just showing a bit of danger from set pieces.
Well, they've got another opportunity to put the ball in the box here. This one's very central, about 35 yards out, maybe 40 yards. And it went towards the back post and nodded out for another
shout. Someone's got to be communicating there.
That's another corner at Charlton. And Charlton are starting to get into the game now, third corner. And then we're only 5 minutes into the game. Elliot Lee again places the ball down on the far side. It's going to be another one close towards the goalkeeper. This one isn't. It goes far deep and bends out, and it's going to be a throw indicated if Dan Ward leaves it. He does, and it's a throw in right next to the corner flag. Just seemed to whip away that one, didn't it?
Strange one.
Well, throw-in's taken by Nicholson. Charlton win it, but Story's there to get it to Ollie. Now Nicholson can clear down the channel there, but it's been kicked out for a throw indicated halfway inside their own half.
I spoke to him the other day in the press conference about it, but it's an amazing story. Upon the pun, Louis Story. Started the year with Heaven Town in the Northern League, won the FA Vars, won promotion, and now playing in a live televised game in professional football. Just amazing.
It's been a fantastic 12 months for Lewis Story, as Ollie calmly just turns and plays it back to the man we were just talking about, and Story goes for a crossfield ball looking for the run of Macaulay Langstaff, and Kinkedwin Scott pick up the loose ball, and Charlton do well to control that there and pass it across their defence, and now it's brought forward down the left hand side, looking to play it through as Captain Stockley tried to put a proven ball forward, but none of his teammates ran onto that. Well, Chapman lays it out to Story, back to Chapman. Preston puts a ball over. Gateshead, they like to play out from the back there, and Charlton didn't give them the time that they like.
Well, as I say, that they ain't going to go long because they can't. So Charlton will be aware of that now. They'll press higher and put that back four under pressure and put Chapman under pressure.
Well, Charlton now with the ball on the far side. They're looking to put this ball into the middle. You can see they're trying to build up something, but they're having to pass it backwards at the moment. Gateshead with good pressure, and has had a foul just in about 5 yards inside the Gateshead half there. And you wouldn't be shocked if Charlton go along with this one, but I don't think they're going to be set up for this.
Correct, only midfield and 14.
Well, as I say, I thought they'd go along, but they're playing it along the back line now. And Clare has the ball. Plays it back across to the other side. And Purrington plays it forward down the line. Williamson does well to block the ball. Now it's given back to Will. Passed it through. Terrible. Lovely ball there from Robbie Tinkler. Just too much on it, and I don't think his teammate really anticipated that coming through.
Yeah, as I say, a good ball, but just wasn't right.
Well, Henderson cleared it all the way up the pitch there, and is that going to go out for a gated throw? It is, halfway inside their own half on the far side. Well, Tinkler has the ball in his hands, above his head. He's wanting movement from his teammates. Dan Ward comes to show for it. But instead, he's going to go long. Aims it up. Charlton just headed back in that direction, but there's Gateshead player just to pass it on. Lovely flick there from Ollie. Just didn't find a teammate. Now Charlton can try and bring the ball forward, but they just find a Gateshead player. And Gateshead are going to pass this ball all the way back to Chapman, who goes long looking for the run of Langstaff. Langstaff nods the head ball and nods it on, but was always going to go out for a goal kick. As Henderson goes over to pick it up, and the game seemed to have settled down a little bit now.
It's a pretty lively first 9 minutes, wasn't it? And you go back to that Gateshead chance, Langstaff breaking in right hand side. We've seen that many times this season, and I'm quite surprised he didn't try and take it on himself because it wasn't being closed down too quickly. Charlton look threatening, that front line looked threatening, but at the moment Gateshead are coping with it pretty well.
Well, Sam Catnack's put much better commentary than the telly. Let us know if we're syncing up. But it's a throw in on the far side to Charlton Athletic. I think it's Purrington that's going to be taking this. Puts it all the way back to Famawu, who tries to pick a ball through the middle, and Gateshead pick up the ball as Ollie lays it off to Campbell. Campbell's under pressure, but gets it through to his teammate, and Dan Ward gets the ball. He's on the edge of the box, and that's fantastic defending, but Dan Ward hasn't given up. He's still going. It's a good tussle, and well, that was some first-class defending there. And it goes out for it's been given as a free kick against Connor Washington, the former Sunderland forward. Well,
I don't think Connor Washington played for Sunderland.
Is it not the same one? Is it not?
Washington's near Sunderland.
No, Connor Washington. I'm not even going to winding me up. Thank you very much for that. I didn't bite either, did I? I'm going to check here. He's going to see if my memory's right. Former Crystal Palace, and
he didn't.
Who was the one that?
He also didn't play for Palace.
Who's the Washington that played for Palace? Was it kind of anyway? Apologies on that one.
You're making.
I'm making things up. Yeah. Well,
you've been playing Football Manager again.
Yeah.
So.
Is this Connor Washington that played for Peterborough?
Yes.
Yes, it is. There we go. So that guy, see, my Football Manager knowledge did come in handy. As Tinkler comes away with the ball after a poor cross into the box, but he needs some support. Now the ball's pumped over the top towards Kedwin Scott, but he's asking a lot, and it didn't even go within 15 feet of his vicinity. And Charlton can try and pass this out from the back, putting it out.
That's truly
awful. It's a bad one there. And Chapman, nicely rolled into the box, and he picked it up. And we're in sync apparently. It's with the TV, so fantastic stuff. As Ollie tries to turn his man, was that a foul? It was. And George Dobson there, who I thought
it's generous,
was just stood his ground, and Ollie ran into him. But we'll take it. Now Chapman with the ball at his feet. Big Australian goalkeeper on loan from Huddersfield for the season. So the ball's pumped out towards Tinkler. Can he get the nod on? It's beaten in the air, and it goes out for a Gateshead throw just inside their own half.
I think I'm right in saying George Dobson played here for Sunderland last pre-season.
He might have done, yeah. Now it's bugging me who that player was who I thought Connor Washington was.
Just let go. You were wrong. Let's just deal with that.
Chapman, it's ball back. Oh, and that was a little bit weak, and it's been picked up by Charlton. They're on Elliot Lee. He's twisting and turning, plays it into the centre. I think it's Dobson on the ball. Back to Elliot Lee. He's going to try and cross this one in. Twist and turns. Ollie's stuck with him like glue. Now the cross comes in. Chapman just grabs that in front of him. And, well, Gateshead didn't panic there, but played themselves into trouble somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a style of play. They like to play that way, and sometimes it takes risks that you don't need to take.
Chapman now pumps the ball up, looking for the run of Kedwin Scott, but it's going to fall to Campbell. Gets it back to Scott. He's onside. Lays it off to... Oh, it didn't sit up right for the oncoming Ward. And it's back with Henderson, who now clears it up the pitch. Bailey gets the ball. Well, he chests it down, but to nobody. Now Charlton are in possession. It's played out to the right-hand side as Fame Wu. Nicholson's there just to poke that out for a throw-in.
There are a lot of players in this Gateshead side with Newcastle links, aren't there? I was just working through there. And, Williamson, Story, Nicholson, Bailey, Ollie, Ward, Campbell.
Yeah.
And of course, Scott had a trial there.
Yeah, there's quite a few, and there's a few on the bench as well as the ball comes through towards Washington and strings the ball down towards the captain, Stockley. Stockley gets a shot off. Didn't get a good connection, straight into the hands of Chapman on the ground as he scoops that up. Well, the Gateshead defence just standing resolute, no silly feet or tackles going in and around the box, making Charlton work for it as the ball goes up, but it's nodded back up towards Stockley, who brings it down. He's under pressure from Greg Ollie. Plays it back to Purrington. Purrington now back to Fame Wu.
Good pressure.
Yeah, and Fame Wu
very good.
Has to play it back to his own goalkeeper there, just on the edge of the box, and can get to capitalise on this as Owen Bailey was trying to close down on that for a second. I thought he was just going to get there in front of the Charlton defender. Ball's being played over the top, and well,
that's good. Good pressure from Gateshead. It was brave because they could have got caught out there, but they forced a long ball and got possession back.
Well, now Tinkler plays it down the line to Macaulay Langstaff, plays it through the centre down Ward. He's driving forward. He's got Dobson with him. He's into the box. He hasn't got much some support. Was he pulled down? That has to be a penalty, surely. The referee waves it away. He had a hold of his shirt. I
think it would have been soft, if I'm honest, Dave.
Well, from my biased eye, it was he had a hold of the shirt.
No, I know, but I think it would have been a generous one, put it that way. But
I would like to see the replay of that because I think he had a hold of his shirt.
We've not got VAR tonight.
Don't think so. I think, unfortunately not. But that was I'd say a contentious decision.
Seen them given, but I would have been surprised.
Well, this commentator got a little bit excited there. Forgot that I'm surrounded in the press box. Normally I'm drowned out in a crowd of fans in the stand. Now comes across to the far side here.
How well has Dan Ward started though?
Yeah, he's looked dangerous on just to pounce on anything in between the midfield and forwards as the ball's played back by Charlton. Sean Clare goes back to collect it. Plays it back to Henderson, the goalkeeper, who has to take a touch on his other foot and plays it across the other side. Good pressure from Gateshead, needlessly give away by Charlton, and it's a throw in on the far side.
I'm maybe just twice just put it there, why not just knock it forward?
Well, I'm not going to complain as
No.
Langstaff gives it back there, and now Ollie has it on the far side, gives it back to Langstaff. Can he cross a ball into the box? He's got company now. Ollie's there. Langstaff on the overlap, plays it inside though to Kedwin Scott, who's dancing with the ball, and it's going to fall to Gateshead again. Can they build and whip this ball in as the ball's pumped forward towards Dan Ward again?
Great touch.
Lovely touch, lays it off to Kedwin Scott. Can he get a shot off? He can. Oh, side netting. Oh, well, everyone in the crowd in front of us thought that was in the back of the net.
Do you know, that's a really good build-up from Gateshead. So patient, didn't try and force anything, kept possession. When he's cut inside, I've got to be honest, I've seen Kedwin Scott in those positions before, and normally it hits the back of the net.
17 minutes in, and Gateshead have had the best chance of the game. And Mark, I don't want to tempt fate, but there doesn't look much difference between the two sides.
You've just tempted fate. Absolutely.
I may have done, but is that fate in the scale of Gateshead? But
do you know, we need to put a bit of realism on it.
Yeah.
Here.
That's definitely a pull on the back of the shirt. Referee gives nothing.
We are still only 70 minutes into the game, but Gateshead have shown up here that they can match Charlton at the moment.
Well, lovely recovering play by Gateshead here as now Nicholson puts the ball forward, looking for for the run of Kedwin Scott, but Dan Ward picks it up, gets it to Ollie, and well, it's going to fall to Stockley now. Elliot Lee can bring the ball forward on the far side. Has to turn, play it back to Beam Wu. Now, I'm going to try and bring the ball forward. Sean Clare plays it down the line there, looking for Connor Washington. And it's crossed into the box. It wasn't Connor Washington, sorry. It was Alex Gilby there.
I think I said this against Altrincham, but I think Owen Bailey's got a very, very big role to play here. You look at Ward, you look at Ollie, they like to get forward. Bailey's going to have to be the one that is a bit more disciplined and a bit more.
Oh, lovely stuff, yeah. From Gateshead, kind of put the ball through. Oh, it just had to be a couple of inches higher to get over Sean Clare's head, and now Purrington can bring the ball forward on the far side. As Elliot Lee gets another touch, plays it back to Fame Wu. Dobson having to pass it around the back at the minute, Charlton. Gateshead with a very high line at the moment. As the ball goes over the top, Mike Williamson's there just to control it. Well, puts it out for a throw-in, but leaves any pressure from that.
Just looking on Twitter, apparently one of the ITV commentators just said that it's an Arctic night in the northeast. I've seen a lot worse than this.
And they want to be here for Tuesday night against York, so I'll guarantee it'll be colder. Well, Elliot Lee on the far side. Now it was with Purrington, but goes out for a throw-in on the far side. 19 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, Charlton Athletic 0. Tony Weir stands still in fantastic voice. It's Elliot Lee twisting and turning on the far side, but Gateshead managed to nod it clear. Can they break here? Oh, it was a poor ball out to.
Got to take care of possession.
Yeah.
Gateshead have been very good so far, but they do need to take care of the ball when they're in possession.
The ball's played over the top here. It's been brought down by Connor Washington, who goes down. Cross comes shot come in there, but Chapman just grabs that with the oncoming forward and rules it out now to Story.
Corley Langstaff has a ball there, by the way. Sat on his own right-hand side.
Well, Campbell plays it back to Nicholson, who plays a crossfield ball now. Or does he? It goes through the centre. He's onside. Kedwin Scott, can he get in?
I tell you what.
The keeper. He just stopped on the edge of the box there. And, that was
close.
One thing I will say about this referee, he definitely makes his mind up quickly, doesn't he?
That was close.
Yeah. Couldn't tell from where we're sitting, but there was definitely appeals.
What I do know is the keeper is getting battered by his manager at the minute.
Yeah.
Johnny Jackson, not happy at all.
Caretaker manager. And that was a bad pass by Gateshead there, and now it's passed into the middle. Dobson tries to get it out to Yesemi. Gateshead managed to clear it there, but it was Jay Yesemi there that put that ball in. It wasn't the greatest one, but it gave Gateshead problems. Elliot Lee comes over to take this one.
Look, I think Charlton look good going forward. Final ball probably needs to be a bit better. But what I would say is they look vulnerable at the back. So this could end up anything.
Well, we wait for this one to be put in by Elliot Lee. Hits the first man, hasn't been completely cleared yet. You've nodded to try to get back in towards the box. The offside flag goes up, and Gateshead have a free kick in their own box. Well, wait for this free kick to be taken. And so yeah, just got a few messages on my phone there. My phone was going crazy in my pocket.
Have we infiltrated the ITV feed? Is that what it is?
I think it may be. I think they may have added us in as Nicholson under pressure there. And was he fouled? Referee says no, he simply pushed to the ground. Ollie comes back and does his captain's duty and puts that out for a throw. And well,
I mentioned Bailey being disciplined, but Warren and Ollie have got to do their bit as well.
Yeah,
it's not just about Owen Bailey, and he can't just be the only one doing the defending, doing the dirty work. It's a night for everyone to do, Shift.
We're into the 22nd minute, and Jay Yesmi has the ball in his hands for this throw. Gets the ball back. He's got two players around him, and Gilby is. Well, it's been going to be cleared by Gateshead here, but they're still under pressure. And, well, it's got the ball there. Well, Gateshead managed to come away with it. And, they've cleared the ball, but straight to a red shirt. And Gateshead still under pressure here as Jay Yesemi gets round his defender as Nicholson stands tall there and bounces off his back for a corner. And this is the sustained pressure that we knew would come from Charlton at some point.
I think Greg Ollie's done brilliantly for a moment there, and he's just got a little bit excited to try and play that ball. I think it was Kedwin Scott's made a run through the middle unmarked, and he's tried to play it, but just hasn't got enough purchase on the ball. But these are dangerous moments, and Charlton's delivery from set pieces has been dangerous so far.
Well, Elliot Lee, I think this is probably his sixth corner now. He's had a bit of practice. Let's hope he hasn't found his range, as this one goes right towards the penalty spot. Nodded clear by Gateshead, but Dobson's there to pick it up, and Gateshead need to push a high line out as they're doing at the moment. And now it's with Sean Clare just on the halfway line. Gets past his man. Puts it across to the other side of the defence, and they want to whip it in from the left-hand side, it looks like here. Back to Puritan. Puritan plays it down. Well, now it's with Gilby. Gilby drives down the left-hand side with it. Tries to drive into the box. Gateshead managed to get that ball clear, but only as far as a red shirt. Now the cross comes in. Dangerous one. Didn't get the purchase on it, did Elliot Lee.
Really disciplined from Gateshead there. That was good. Very good. Just held that line. They didn't go and force themselves forward. They stayed disciplined. They stayed tight at the back. And it would have taken a very, very good header to score from there. Just trying to see Mike Williamson looked as if he was checking something out there on his leg. But
the ball's being played out to Robbie Tinkler. Inside to Ollie. Ollie first time ball over the top, looking for the run of Macaulay Langstaff, but the Charlton defence was more than a match for that. And
I do think if Gates, again, we talk about the style of football they like to play, but if they can turn this defence and get Langstaff,
they can do it.
They can. If they can get them in behind them, I don't think they're going to catch any of the front three. Well, just getting by.
We wait for this throw in on the far side. Taken. Charlton just working it across the other side of the pitch over to Clare, who brings it down just inside the centre circle, plays it forward. And Gateshead managed to pump the ball clear, but it's going to come back to a Charlton player who puts it back up towards the Gateshead defence. Story puts it back up. It's a little bit scrappy at the moment, and that was definitely a push in the back on Ollie.
There was a slight hint of a push there.
A slight hint, yeah.
Is that a drone above the stand over the far side? Or is
it is a drone, yes. They must have one of that's ITVs, you would imagine. Are
we being invaded?
Yeah, it's one of the two. It's red and green lights up there. We will let you know if it is an alien invasion, but hopefully they'll wait till the result comes in and Gateshead win. But Greg Ollie's going to take this free kick, lays it back to Lewis Story, who in turn puts it across to Mike Williamson, who just carries the ball forward a little bit, plays it to Tinkler. Tinkler plays it into Bailey. Bailey's lofted ball forward, didn't find its target. Charlton now try and pass the ball down the far side, and it's a
That's a
lovely
great turn.
turn there by Washington. He drives down the left-hand side. Can he get into the box? There's a foul. The referee says,
Very
no,
good.
nothing.
Do you know what? Genuinely, if that's not a foul, it's a booking.
No,
See, if it's
literally,
a foul,
you can see the divot in the ground where the tackle went in.
if it's not a foul, it's simulation.
Yeah, it's we'll just have to keep an eye on this referee. You don't know what he's going to do.
That's a great touch.
A lovely touch from Kedwin Scott. Puts the ball through for Macaulay Langstaff. Can he get in front? Apparently can. He needs to cross this ball across. He can. It's fell to Campbell. Campbell, can he shoot? Shoots! Oh, agonisingly over the bar. Oh, there was a tight angle. The defenders closed him down.
Do you know what? He's done brilliant there, Campbell, because it's a great first touch. And he's just took his time. You know, we talk about standards, we talk about levels, and he could just rashly hit that, but he's tried to curl it top corner. Probably the only place he could have scored there, by the way.
Yeah, the defence did well to close him down.
We are right behind that, and I've got to be honest, at one point I thought that was going to the top corner.
Oh, wow. Well, let's see it. 27 minutes gone, 0-0.
Oh.
Gateshead have nodded the ball forward here. Can Macaulay Langstaff? That's foul. That's got to be a booking. Well, the referee, how can you not do a booking to that? How? Wow.
It's definitely being held.
You just get the feeling the referee is, he's the main man tonight.
Thing is, that's what Kedwin will do. He'll draw situations like that. He'll harry defenders. He'll make them uncomfortable.
Well, the chance of you're not fit, the referee. There's one thing I can categorically see: he's fitter than me and Mark.
Speak for yourself, Dave.
Well, the ball is going to be headed clear by Mike Williamson. Can Ollie pick this up? He can. Plays it down the channel. Oh, intercepted by Clare. And now GSME is under pressure from two players, and that's going to be a Charlton throw. It came off Greg Ollie. Sean Clare has the ball in his hands. What's going to, guys? Well, the referee, he wants him back. That's where the ball went out. Trying to steal 10 yards there. Sean Clare plays it all the way back to his defence, and you see Ella Rui plays it back there. Now it's back with Henderson. Back with Ella Rui. And Thompson lays it out to...
You've worked out really nicely.
Well, Clare under pressure, but Charlton have managed to pick away through, but back to Clare. So there's some good passing from Charlton. That's a dangerous ball into there, and, well, Gateshead will let off there.
Chapman's got to be more authoritative there.
Yeah, I think...
Ball down the line, by the way. There's a quick ball down the line.
Well, he's seen it now, but is it too late? And that's got to be... Let's see, there's a battle there, and his balls fell to a red shirt. The Stockley plays it back to, looks like Elliot Lee, who's going to carry the ball forward. Pumps the ball over the top. Wasn't Elliot Lee, sorry. But Charlton just starting to get a bit more possession of the ball as the game has went on. We're half an hour in, 0-0. Dobson has got space to carry the ball forward here. And
good ball.
Now it's out with JSME on the right-hand side. Crosses the ball in, left-footed. Headed clear by Gateshead, but only as far as Elliot Lee, and that just scuffed off the side of his boot, and out it goes for a goal kick.
His dad would have scored that.
Well,
I've been seeing a lot of his dad in his prime.
Oh, well.
He definitely would have scored that.
Well, we'll have to listen out to the Beaton Loft crew who are listening in. Aaron and Helen, thank you very much for joining us. Tell Aaron to put a link in the
great ball
for the commentary for Greg, as the ball's been nodded forward as Stockley heads it, but he only gets it to a Gateshead player. Owen Bailey gets it to Kedwin Scott, who's under pressure. He needs to try and find a teammate here. He's got two players around him, manages to get the ball forward, but only as far as a red shirt. And now the ball's over the top, and surely he's offside there, Washington. And he's going to get down there, crossed it over, and that's in. I think it might have come off Mike Williamson there. I think it's an own goal. Stockley's celebrating, but that looked a very dubious offside there.
It's tight. I mean, we're not too far behind it. I've got to be honest, my My first thought was offside.
I was looking at the linesman straight away to see the flag, but it wasn't forthcoming. And Charlton have took the lead on 31 minutes here at Gateshead National Stadium.
Gateshead needed to just regroup. Just regroup here, yeah. It's a blow, obviously, but they are still more than in this game.
Yeah.
And I said it to Paul Dixon before I came up here to where we're sat. They need to stay in the game for as long as possible. They've got him behind. They've shown that they can trouble them, and I think there's a real chance that they can stay in this tie for as long as possible.
Well, it'd be nice if Gateshead can get a quick reply here. Gateshead 0, Charlton 1. We think it might have come off the captain Stockley, but it could be an own goal as well.
It's gone down to Stockley.
It's gone down to Stockley. Well, Tinkler just gets the ball past his man. Picks out Ward. Ward plays it across the defence there to Lewis Story. Picks out Ollie. Ollie, if he looks up, he's got the runner in the centre. Can he get it through to Campbell? And the defender had to put it out, and that is a throw into Gateshead.
I just wonder if Ollie should have maybe played at the other side of the defender. He's gone to play it inside, outside of him. Maybe play it inside.
Well, Nicholson is going to take this throw here. And can Gateshead get a quick reply to Charlton as open?
You ready, Alex?
Well, was that a foul? Let's see it. No, it's another throw into Gateshead. And Kedwin Scott's back up. Taking to Story. Story gets it to Nicholson. Nicholson carries the ball forward. There's not much space for. Wasn't many options for him there, but he picks out Tinkler. Tinkler now plays it inside to Bailey. Bailey puts it back to Tinkler. This is good from Gateshead. Can I get the ball higher up the pitch?
Just got to keep it.
Well, back with Williamson inside the Gateshead half. He's going to play this all the way back to Chapman. Now with Story, back to Chapman. Ball pumped over the top. Can Tinkler get there? He can, but it's going to go out for a throw to Charlton on the far side. I mean, it's took a little bit of a wind out the sails from the Tyne and Wear stand here, as it obviously would, but is there anything we know from Gateshead that even when they went to goal down in the past this season, they're not out the game at all?
I said before, a lot of the talk when non-league clubs play against football league clubs is of fitness levels and can they match them when it gets to the second half and deep in the second half. Well, there's one thing we know about the Gateshead side. One, they're full-time professionals, so that shouldn't be an issue. The lads, as we both know, after training sessions, they don't just go home. They will go and go in the gym and they work hard on the fitness. They're one of the fittest teams in their division. It won't be an issue. It's just a case of keeping mentally fit more than anything and making sure you're staying focused, making sure that they're not making rash decisions and keep that calm. It's about mentality, this. And the longer they stay in this tie, I keep saying it, if it stays at 1-0, the bigger chance there is that they get something.
Well, Stockley is back to his feet. He's been having a little bit of treatment there. The cynic in me says that he did have to stop the play there, but he's off the pitch at the moment till play resumes. As we wait for this throw from Purton. As he launches this up, Gateshead win it, but aim it towards a red shirt. It's been put across the middle. Can Campbell get there? Well, he picks the ball up and good tackle there though, but can Brayton? Oh, well, the referee. Why let it go on? There was obviously going to be no advantage there. Well, free kick quickly taken. Charlton looking to play that into the centre now with JSME. Pumped across by Dobson. That's a nice ball out to the left-hand side. Can they get across into the box? It's come off Tinkler and it's a corner on the far side.
Get the feeling Gateshead's minds are just a little bit scrambled at the moment. They just need to stay focused, stay concentrating.
Yeah, well, as I say, it's been a little bit of a sickener, the goal for the Gateshead fans at the moment, but as we've mentioned, definitely not out of it. But yeah, another corner for Charlton. It's nicely worked out there, and this one's going to come in here. It's a shot from outside the box, never troubling the goalkeeper, and Chapman just scoops that up and quickly lays it out. It's been brought forward now by Story, back with Nicholson. Well, Gateshead happy to pass it around at the moment. Mike Williamson. Gives it to Tinkler. Tinkler back to Chapman. So we've got about 9 minutes of normal time remaining here in the first half. Can Gateshead carve out another good chance? So we've got a throw in on the halfway line there, and well, the referee's he's having one of them games so far, but the ball's been played down the line. That's lovely stuff there, and well, Gateshead just been dispossessed. Ollie having to chase the ball now. Charlton with Purton down the far side. Ollie
Great
blocks
pressure.
it.
Good pressure.
Throw into Charlton just in front of the TV studio over there.
Which was taken down fairly quickly.
That certainly was, wasn't it? Well, Purton. So Gateshead managed to win the ball. Story puts it down the channel, but straight down the throat of a red shirt. And now Gateshead can try and pump it over there as speculative ball, but
you know what?
the pressure has got a throw in there for Gateshead.
The man at the park looks very, very uneasy in possession of the ball.
It looks a little bit shaky at times, but we've got a throw in here. Tinkler gets it to Langstaff. Tinkler gets it inside. Oh, lovely flick there, but just... Oh, and the ball passed back there. Had to be cleared again. Another throw into Gateshead. If they can just apply a bit more pressure here and make this defence work a bit harder.
If Gateshead can get one for half time, the roof will come off the stand. It'll match the one on the far side. Which at the minute is roofless, by the way.
Well, Gateshead in possession of the ball, plays it inside to Langstaff. He's on the edge of the box, goes for a shot, deflected off one of his own players there, and is that out for a goal kick? It is.
I think he may have just taken the ball away. You don't want to take a ball on a night like this.
Yeah, I think he might have, but he's up. Well, same McCoy Langstaff's missed the last few weeks due to an injury, but he hasn't looked off the mark at all, has he?
Not at all, but you do wonder second half. You know, it'll be tested. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes off. Would be 70 minutes gone. Around then. There's options on the bench. It's a strong bench for Gateshead.
So it is with Luke Williams and Paul Blackett that can play in forward roles. There's Charlton trying to battle to win the ball back, and they do as Mike Williamson clears that one up the pitch and headed clear. Can Gateshead bring it down? Ollie manages to get it up in the air. Can he win the second header? He can. Now it's played out to the wing there. Lovely touch from Campbell out to Langstaff. Langstaff tried to, well, it's a throw into Gateshead, and it's a physical game, this one. Physical game. As we wait for the throw to be taken by Tinkler. Bailey shows for him, so does Campbell. Back to Bailey. Campbell gets the ball back. And now, has he been sold short there? No, I thought he had been. And now it's with Nicholson, who manages to pump it up towards Ward.
Good, nice controlled possession from Gateshead. You know, they never look flustered there.
Well, another throw in here. This is a bit better from Gateshead. We haven't seen much of this in the last 15 minutes. Gateshead just starting to keep the ball and get higher up the pitch as Lewis Story puts a ball into the middle, headed clear, but Williamson's there just to mop up. Now Bailey plays the ball over the top for Greg Ollie. Can he bring it down? He can. He heads into the box, puts across goal. Oh, I thought he might have went for a shot himself, but it was on his weaker foot.
Tell you what, Ollie's done the defender a favour there because he did not dive in on him.
Oh,
if Greg went down, I'd be asking a question.
Well,
it's a real chance, and you expect better from Ollie, don't you? And he's in those positions. You know, he's got the quality. Just hasn't come off from.
Well, so Henderson going to take this goal kick. 5 minutes remain of normal time.
It's one of those at the moment where you say Gateshead need to get to half time with at very least at 1-0 down.
Yeah.
You know, don't concede again because that takes the game right out of your hands.
Well, Bailey wins the header. It's back headed towards him though, as Story wins it, and Nicholson puts it right back up towards where the head tennis has been, and it's headed clear by Gateshead. It's up in the air, and now it's been brought down, and Campbell with the quick reactions to try and put it out to the right hand side there for the run of Langstaff, but too much on it, and out it goes for a throw in on the far side. Well, Gateshead definitely have tested the Charlton defence, but they just need to do it a bit more. It's now, Gateshead on the break here. He's got Campbell on the far side. Campbell, can he finish this one? Goes for the shot. Great save. Comes back to Campbell. Second one. Oh, past the post. Oh. It sat up for him lovely as well. He got the connection, just didn't get the target.
It's a great save, by the way, the first one.
Was,
it's an excellent save. He stayed up as long as he can to make Adam wait to decide what to do. I think Henderson, he's got Premier League experience. I think he's used it all there. But when it's falling back Adam Campbell on his right foot, I think that, the far corner of that net's going to nestle in there. But it's gone wide. But that's a big let off for Charlton. But it's another big plus for Gateshead. These are all positive moments.
Well, 2 chances in the last 2 minutes. Can they go for a third one? What is it? Bailey wins the header. Langstaff plays a first-time ball over the top there. Can Kedwin Scott get past his man? Falls to Campbell. Campbell gets it too. Oh, that has to be a... Well, this referee, gee. There's definitely been contact. There's definitely been a foul. So why didn't he? There's nothing you can really say about this referee. That can be broadcast. Wow. Well, we've got someone listening in from Tenerife. Barnes, thank you very much. So we've got a break in play here. So I'd surmise we might have 2 or 3 minutes added on due to the other stoppage for the Captain Stockley before for Charlton. Well, the referees had to make a couple of big decisions. Be interesting to see on the replays if they were correct, but he's closer than us. But that was a questionable one.
Just making a couple of inquiries with people at home.
Yeah.
Apparently it wasn't offside.
Was it not?
I'm just checking if that was a foul.
If it was offside, if it wasn't offside, it must have been absolutely perfection. Well, Sean Clare and Kedwin Scott just tap hands there. And they're both back onto the pitch after receiving treatment as Lewis Story handball by Stockley. The referee says no. Unbelievable. As Gateshead try and win back possession. There's Nicholson. Battles with Jay Yesemi, who crossed the ball. And Nicholson's there. Story's there just to stop that there. And he plays the ball forward looking for Kedwin Scott. Oh, Dan Ward was flying in there to try and pick up the loose ball. And Stockley lays the ball off and the ball into the middle there towards Washington. Was that a foul? Referee says yes. Wow, he's give one to Gateshead. Give that man a flag or something. Hey. I started this commentary off by saying I wouldn't be biased.
You haven't been.
Wow. Well, see, we're into the last minute here of normal time. I would guess there'll be a couple of minutes added on. There's enough chance to carve out a chance for Gateshead as Chapman's free kick goes all the way up there, and out of play for a throw in. Gateshead just on the halfway lane on the far side, and we'll still wait for the board. Haven't seen anything yet.
Interesting to say Paul Blackett's been probably the most active of the substitutes.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone's carrying a knock that we haven't heard about. I know Kedwin did go down. Referee said, yes, he's given another one. Wow. We've never seen anything like it. Tom Reeves. If you wanted a name for the referee. It's probably the nicest name he'll get called tonight. 2 minutes added on here.
I thought it might be more.
I thought it might have been 3.
Police are coming, Dave. Police are coming.
Oh, the police. I've heard the commentary. They know it's criminal.
No. Get out.
Well, this is an opportunity for Gateshead to get the ball in the box. Free kick. Players lined up on the edge of the box as we wait for this one to come in from the captain, Greg Ollie. He whips it in. It's right into the centre danger. Keeper has to fist it. Falls to Campbell, who shoots straight into the keeper's arms. Well, Campbell, 3 great chances he's had so far, and the keeper has just there. And Sean Clare has danced past. Charlton bringing the ball forward now with G. Yesemi and the back post there. It's a dangerous one, and well, his delivery wasn't the best, and Gateshead managed to scramble it clear.
Brilliant from Adam Campbell, by the way. He's had the shot that's at the other end of the pitch, and he's got back to clear there. That was dangerous, you know. And that is the one threat I think Charlton have really got, is that they can get in behind Gateshead. You know, they've got plenty of pace at the top end of the pitch, and Gateshead just have to be wary of that break.
Well, I think we're probably entering the last minute here, or very close to the last minute of added on time, as Stockley went down in installments. The ball has been crossed in, and Chapman didn't quite get there, and Gateshead managed to clear the ball. And, well, it still hasn't been cleared yet by Gateshead as Elliot Lee pumps one in towards Stockley, headed by Gateshead. Now Dan Ward gets the ball, needs to get it clear, though. He's under pressure from Elliot Lee, who goes in with a tackle, wins the ball, and Dan Ward needs to be careful, left a trailing leg there, and it's been cleared by Gateshead only as far as J. Yesemi, who nods it down to Clare, back to Elliot Lee. Clare, Lee. Now ball forward for well, it goes out there as Gilby couldn't control it. He thinks he had a corner there, and yeah, everyone's waiting for him to make the decision.
Nobody had a clue in that officiating team. No one had a clue what to give there.
Well, Charles Catnack's put sounds far too exciting for me. Well, I hope you're not on any heart medication. Well, there goes the half-time whistle. It is Gateshead 0, Charlton 1. It's Stockley, the captain for Charlton, that put the ball in the back of the net. I'd say it's been a fairly even contest, with Charlton probably just edging it at times with their possession. But Gateshead certainly not out of this game. They've carved opportunities, with Adam Campbell probably having the 3 best all in the space of a few minutes. But Mark, not out of it, and more importantly, giving a good account of themselves.
Very, very much still in this game, and I think if you look on the balance of chances, the better ones have fallen to Gateshead. I think Adam Campbell will probably feel he should have had a hat-trick. Hasn't happened yet, but Gateshead are always slightly better attacking this end of the pitch.
They certainly are.
Referee being given a warm welcome as he comes off, and
referee is getting a lovely warm welcome as he comes off. Right, well, now it's coming to half-time. We will come back when the teams come out. We are going to play some highlights from the Heed Army podcast. We had the Wembley manager, Gary Mills, on the show the other week, and this is a part of the chat that we had with him just a few weeks ago. So we'll come back when the teams come out, and hopefully you can enjoy this. If you are new, please do like and subscribe, share the show, and hopefully we can reach more fans that sit in the stand on a match day and get them all talking about this. But Mickey, we'll say we've had a little chat with Gary. We're about to bring him in, but are you excited for this one?
The special one. The real special
special one. Well, I'll tell you what, we're just going to play a little intro, and then we'll be speaking to the man himself. Hello there, Gary. Welcome to the show. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you very much. No, it's a pleasure to be on.
We're not worthy.
I'm the same as you. all you beautiful people up there in Gateshead.
Oh, same.
Thank you. Needs his contact lenses back in, Davey.
He does. Barry, as I said, it's a pleasure to have you on. We've wanted to do this ever since you were a manager. We didn't get round to it when you were with the club, and thankfully now we're able to maybe look back at that Wembley moment without it hurting too much. It still hurts, but we can look back on it as a fantastic memory now. But just before we start off, of course, you were going to be at the social club now for a second there. The Holly Hill, is it Holly Hill? Holly Hill,
Yeah,
there
Holly
we got it right. For your book that is coming out. I've got a picture of it here. So there we go. And obviously it got rearranged, but the new date is the 21st of November, I believe.
It is, but it's not Holly Hill now. It's changed.
Oh.
It is now Gateshead Masonic Hall.
Ah, right. So we'll push that. We'll get that out on all the podcasts in the build up to that. So it should be.
If you would, please. Yeah, it was unfortunate.
Get your funny handshakes ready.
Under the arm and between the legs. I'll be doing them all. Gary, obviously you've got the book coming out. And we want to talk to you about go down memory lane about your time at Gateshead as well. But Mickey's and myself have been listening to a couple of the podcasts that you've been on, and Mickey's got a couple of questions that haven't really been asked, and I'll let Mickey crack away with the first one.
Well, thank you. First one is, Gary, who did you support as a young kid, and who were you pretending to be in the schoolyard?
Good question. My dad was a player at Northampton Town all his career. So obviously, when I was really young, he was still involved. Well, he was always involved right through his life. Northampton Town for different ways, and certainly as a player. And I saw the back end of him playing the last few reserve games. So Northampton then, but then Arsenal. I fell in love with Arsenal, and Arsenal were my team. But it's a funny one actually. When you used to go and play over the local park, you used to play with your mates, and you was always and they probably still do it now. I'm not sure, but you was always different players. And Arsenal win from the FA Cup final, Charlie George going on his back. So every time I scored between the two jumpers, I used to jump on my back, and I was Charlie George. And then, which is unbelievable for me, he joined Forest, and I played up front with him. So it was just one of the unbelievable dreams that happened to me as a young player. And that's why I called my book Young Millsy, really, because there was so much happened when I was young. I couldn't take it all in. It was all happening. It was incredible.
So what about your career with junior football and eventually getting signed with Forest?
Yeah, just local village team here. Then I played for a team called Long Buckby for 5 years until I was 16. But I played. My dad managed those actually, that Long Buckby men's team, and he put me in the side at 14. But then I went to Forest at 14 and played in the Central League for 2 years. Trained with the first team for 2 years when I used to go up in school holidays, and I got bollocks, and I got told like any other player from the manager, but he was helping me grow up, so it was just incredible.
It must have been an amazing time, because obviously I would imagine at that point that was when Brian Clough arrived at Nottingham Forest as well, and then you were there, part of the club, seeing the rise, and then ultimately with the European Cup. But you probably get asked a million times, and probably get asked a million more times. What was Brian Clough like?
Well, listen, whatever you think he was like, he was. He had everything about him. He was the nicest bloke. He was the most arrogant bloke. He was ignorant. He was sincere. He was just everything, you know, and that was what he was like. And day in, day out, you didn't know which one you were going to get. You know, and I've done it, and I've seen, you know, your Shiltons and your Andersons and your Francis and that hide in a room as he was walking down the corridor because they didn't know what reaction they was going to get from him.
So I'm guessing the TV interviews, that was the real Brian Clough. It wasn't just all bravado.
Listen, absolutely, and you know, when I do my talk in 3 weeks' time, or when it is now, at these things to say, listen, everything he's saying is true, because people go, no way, that didn't happen, no way, that couldn't happen, and seriously, they all happened. It was incredible. I you know, I went out there at 14 and training with my first training session, and I remember training with the first team, and I couldn't believe how simple it was and what things were happening. You know, just I'm not going to tell you everything because I'm going to be telling a lot on the thing, but incredible, and it was the best upbringing I could have ever had.
And
sorry, Davey, there's a fine line between genius and madness, isn't it? That's what they say.
Yeah.
Cloughie fits that to a T.
Listen, absolute genius. You know, that's when you was asking me what he was like, I should have said genius, because I say it all the time. Absolute genius. And you was either his type of player or you wasn't, you know, and if you wasn't, then you didn't last long.
It's hard not to have the romance of football and watching interviews with him. And then I was going to ask you about the Damned United as well. Have you seen that, of course? But was it an accurate portrayal of the man in front of the camera? Because obviously, with behind the scenes, none of us really know. But was it an accurate one, or did it not do him justice?
Yeah, I think it's a difficult one for me because, you know, I knew him from Forest, you know, not the Leeds situation. So there were certain things in there that I could see happening. But, you know, I know Nigel and his family, Nigel Clough and his family weren't happy with some of the things that were going on there, that we portrayed how he was. So I knew they weren't happy with some of the film, and so they can answer that a lot better than me. But certainly, you know, the medals in the bins and all that. Oh yeah,
chucking medals, pots, pans.
I could see that happening.
I could. And I never played for them.
Just while we're on about, obviously, obviously played in the European Cup final and won against Kevin Keegan's Hamburg. I've got the team up here. Just some amazing players that you played with. Peter Shilton, of course, Viv Anderson.
Ollie was at the academy. Brian Ward was at the academy.
Hello there, join us back. I hope you enjoyed that. The little highlight from Heed Army podcast. We're normally on a Thursday night at 9 p.m. If you'd like to join us next week, we might be on Monday if we're in the hat for the FA Cup. But there's a lot of football to be played here, and if you are just joining us, Gateshead are currently 1-0 down at home to Charlton Athletic, but Gateshead are by no means out of this game. We're waiting for the teams to come out for the second half. They should be with us momentarily. And say a big thank you to everyone that is messaging in and tuning in. We certainly do appreciate it. Barnes has put his listening in from his hotel bedroom in Costa G in Tenerife. Good luck, lads. Canny commentary. Well, thank you very much. We do try our best. Normally it does sound a little bit better with the crowd behind us, but we are in the press box today because the big boys are in town, BBC and 5 Live and all that. And the lowly Heed Army podcast has been pushed up into the press box, but we don't mind because this is an occasion where Gateshead are making money out of all these media networks being here, and it's been put down as a potentially £100,000 game that Gateshead are going to make from this, 60,000 from ITV, and well, let's hope Gateshead can get something out of this, dare I say a replay, or even get through to the third round draw on Monday night. But Campbell, he's had the best chances, has the former Newcastle United youngster. And he had 3 great chances in the space of 5 minutes, 2 probably in the space of 2 seconds from each other. But will he get another chance in the second half? We await the teams to come out here at Gateshead International Stadium. And give us a message. Let us know where you're listening from in the world as well. That would be fantastic. Please do that. Right. So we are just waiting to see if the teams are going to be coming out. Apparently the referee's so bad he once booed an orphan, as someone said. So it's a good one, that. Well, let's see. It's so we've got some of the staff from both sides are making their way back to the sub benches. We just await the teams to come out. Gated subs are all warming up there. I don't think we're going to see any change from Gated at half time. And I don't think we'll see one from Charlton either, but we will alert you if that is the case. And, well, the FA Cup, a lot of excitement, 45 minutes left. Let's hope we can keep it going. Well, this is going to be a dramatic 45 minutes. Let's hope the referee is slightly better in the second half. But Gated are definitely in this game. As the Chris Bell, the Gated physio, comes out, but out come now the Charlton players led by the captain Stockley. And in this half, Charlton will be shooting from right to left down towards the River Tyne. Gateshead shooting towards the Felon end. Well, Charlton players just warming up in front of us with their cones. Don't know if that's more of a psychological thing than a fitness thing. But they're going through their motions as we await Mike Williamson to bring out his boys. And the noise in the background will let you know that Greg Ollie is leading them out. So a good reception from the Tyne and Weir stand. They liked what they've seen so far in the first half. We just need a goal to lift the roof off this stadium. As the referee gets a welcome back out there as well. Well, Greg Ollie was just having a little bit of banter with the fourth official there. I think he's maybe asking about a few things that happened in the first half. But we are waiting to get back underway here. Kedwin Scott will stand over the ball, but he's going to leave it to Adam Campbell. We had him on the Heed Army podcast not so long ago, and he's got a lovely cat. You'll have to go back and have a look at that one. We don't get this on 5 Live.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
You don't want to know either, Mark. We're waiting for...
no further questions.
I was just on about Adam Campbell love for his cat that we found out on the Heed
He
Army podcast.
loves his cat, doesn't he?
He does. He loves his cat. Well,
I wonder if ITV are having the same conversation.
I think there will be if they've done their due diligence.
Adam Campbell did miss those chances, but he does love his cat.
He does love his cat, and now Tinkler has the ball here.
It's a nice cat.
It's pumped forward for Campbell to chase down. He's going to get in front of the defender. He has, and that's a throw into Gateshead.
Good start.
Good pressure. Good pressure.
That to me looks as if they've been told to turn them.
Yeah.
And get the ball in behind. And I genuinely think, Campbell, Scott, Langstaff, if they can get him behind them, they're not catching them.
Not only that, you've got Ward just behind them. Tinkler gets into the box. Can he find a man? Gets it. Ollie who leaves it. Shot. It goes. Save. Langstaff. We were just talking when we were off air if the ball had fell to Langstaff, and it did.
I didn't say that.
And he finds the Emirates FA Cup advertising board and not the back of the net. But another positive start.
Look, Dave, the thing is, yes, it's a poor miss and you're expecting them to score. But look, that's a positive start and that will get the crowd going. Again, you mentioned before half-time there was a lull, and there was. But they're back up for it again. Great start. Let's get going.
Right, well, there we go. Don't know if what's happened to my microphone. There we go, I'm back. As Campbell brings the ball down, can he get past his man? It's going to go out to the far side now. Alex Nicholson chases it down. He keeps it in. He needs some support, though. And he plays it into the centre, and, the ball didn't find its target, and Dobson manages to play it back. Now, Clare plays it across to Purriton, left back, who plays it forward. A slip from Elliot Lee. Slips again, and still has the ball. He has done well. The referee just watches that as Gateshead come away with the ball as Langstaff plays it to Tinkler, and that was a push off the
Blocked
ball
off,
from
wasn't it?
Stockley. It was a good block, but Gateshead have riled Charlton, I would say.
It's a good start. It's exactly the start Gateshead needed. The only thing that would have made it better if they were level, but you know, they look as if they've upped the tempo. They've gone, I wouldn't say direct, that's probably doing them an injustice, but they definitely look as if they're trying to get them behind quicker.
Well, Tinkler nods the ball on, falls to Langstaff. He needs some support. He's got two players around him, manages to get it to Tinkler. Tinkler puts it down the line. I'll tell you what, Kedwin Scott, can he keep it in? No, it just runs away from him, and that is a goal kick.
Usain Bolt wouldn't have kept that in.
That was a bit of an ambitious one, but the Charlton defence didn't want to just let it roll out either, though, did they?
They didn't.
Well, Stephen Henderson puts the ball down. And we can't confirm it isn't an alien invasion. The drone has gone.
So it was over there before.
As the goal kick has been taken. Oh,
You
Bailey.
can't handball there.
Oh, well, it's a free kick just inside the gates at half. Bailey judged to have handled it as he came in to try and win it. And the referee wants it further back. Dobson. Now Clare plays it out to GSME, who's under pressure from Nicholson, turned him well. And that was a nice block on the far side, but he's given away the free kick. And dangerous position for a free kick here, just out on the right hand touch line, about 20 yards out from the dead ball line, should I say. And this is where they've got to be feared. They've put some good deliveries in from the corners so far in this game, and Elliot Lee stands over the ball again.
I don't know who that is, marking.
To whip this in, but Gilby hasn't really got a marker there.
Someone's marking Alarori at the far post who looks about a foot smaller.
Yeah, I think it's Langstaff as this ball comes in and hasn't been cleared yet by Gateshead, and it's going to be a shot. Gilby got the connection, just over the bar it goes. And nobody's hit the cameraman behind the goal yet. Yet on the scaffolding.
I did make a joke that if John Joe Shelby was still playing for Charlton, the cameraman could be in danger behind the goal.
Well, Ollie gives it back. Didn't see the man there. I didn't see him there. He disappeared behind the in between the pails of glass here. And well, ball's been played on the far side. Story clears it for a throw in on the far side, and well, the ebbs and flows of this game sees Gateshead get a bit of possession and get up the pitch, and then straight back to Charlton, and they have a little moment of sustained pressure.
Gateshead's Twitter account saying that Langstaff missed an open goal. Would you class that as an open goal?
Maybe from the angle of where Jack McGragan was, it would have been. It looked like more of an open goal.
I mean, he should score.
Yeah,
not doubting that, but I think
it certainly wasn't open. The keeper was still there.
Yeah. I'll say it again, Dave. We're not at the wrong game, obviously, but there was a cracking game going on in the Northern League. Still, it's 4-3 to West Allotment at West Auckland. That was after 45 minutes.
Well, ITV will be kicking themselves over that one. As Stockley heads the ball out towards Washington, who kicks it back there to Purriton, who puts the ball forward, and Bailey had to chase that one down.
Very
good stuff from Bailey. Puts the ball up towards Kedwin Scott, who wins the header. And well, Gateshead trying to chase it, trying to get it as Ollie puts the pressure, and the ball is cleared up the pitch and now for a throw into Gateshead.
Very good header from Kedwin Scott as well. Good pressure from Ollie and Langstaff backing him up.
Well, a throw in here just inside the Charlton half. Now back with Tinkler. Tinkler carries it inside, plays it to Kedwin Scott, who nearly gets it out to Langstaff and hooked clear by the Charlton defence. He just want rid of the ball at the moment. Well, must have took a deflection there to throw into Charlton. Purriton to Lee. Now Gateshead can try and get this ball forward as Ollie plays it down the line, and the keeper Famewu there was a little bit hesitant, but he got it through to some teeth. Oh, lovely stuff from Ollie Bailey. Owen Bailey, sorry, and now Gateshead can try and break us. Lovely stuff from Oh, Kedwin Scott, his run was beautiful, but his touch just was not what he needed.
I don't know what he was trying to do there.
I don't know if he thought he had the overlap.
I don't know if it's just hit a bubble or just if it wasn't a very good touch.
It wasn't a very good touch.
It's not very nice.
I think I will say that he was thinking that there was an overlap coming out. It was definitely a pull there by Stockley. Referee says nothing. Given and King.
Don't foul.
Well, away, referee. Linesman was right there. He was pulling his shirt round him, the defender. And, well, the officiating here is...
Questionable.
Yes.
Let's leave it questionable.
Wow. Right in front of us, right in front of the linesman there as well. As Tinkler does battle as Owen Bailey puts the ball over the top. It's been headed clear. It's going to fall to Charlton, unfortunately, as it's played out by Gilby to the far side. Can he cross the ball into the box as JSME is dancing with the ball at his feet, manages to get it through to Gilby. Gilby pulls it back. Gator trying to get shirt in front of it. Did it hit the post there, I think, or a save? It's hard to see from our angle there, but either way, Gator managed to get it clear. And, well, Charlton defence just having to pass it around, and they passed it around into space well, and they can try and get this ball forward again on the right-hand side. Plays it down the line to
too easy.
Gilby. Gilby found space there.
It's going to go back.
Now comes the cross. Comes in, nodded across, dangerous, and that was put into the back of the net. I think it was Mike Williamson that nodded the ball in towards his direction. There's appeals for offside there, but Williamson nodded that on.
Gateshead insisting there's an offside there.
I think it might not have been Williamson. I think it might have been Story that nodded that across. I'm hard to see where the offside decision, where they thought there was an offside there, but well, 2-0 down here, Gateshead, but I say still a lot of football to be played, and the way Gateshead are playing, they're creating chances, but if they want to get back into it, they're going to have to score pretty soon. Well, Tinkler plays a ball to Langstaff, who does well to carry on with it. Ollie has the ball now.
Careful.
Being closed down by Dobson. Manages to pick out Story, who carries the ball, gets across to Nicholson. Nicholson plays it inside to Langstaff. Langstaff pumps the ball forward, and it's going to hold up. Well, Campbell's offside. Flag went up. And, well, 55 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, Charlton Athletic 2. Well, Purton, the man who scored the goal. Can Gateshead get the ball in possession and up the pitch? It's been pulled clear from Gateshead's defence, but nodded back by Dobson, brought down. Now played over the top, and, well, Gateshead trying to get past the Charlton defence.
The pressure.
Now the pressure all the way back to the keeper. The keeper has to hit this first time. Henderson gets it all the way up the pitch towards the centre circle. Nodded on. Brought down by Washington. Washington, if he looks, he's got the goal scorer Purton in space, who tries to play it back inside, but it falls to a Dobson. Washington, if he looks across to the far side, and Bailey, I thought he brought back, I heard a whistle there. Chapman plucks that out the air.
That was a really unusual take, by the way.
Oh, it was athletic to say the least, as now Gateshead bring the ball forward.
It's an option.
It's a Tinkler, sorry. Finds Bailey. Williamson pumps it up the pitch. Ollie managed to get a little glancing header on it, but it's been not kicked out by Charlton for a throw into Gateshead.
I think you get to the time now where you start looking to your bench, and you wonder if Matty Jacob could come on at left back and just a bit more balance on that side. Blackadder or Williams as well. We spoke about Williams' quality. We wonder what his fitness levels are like, but could he come on and possibly do a job? That's a great ball, by the way. If it gets
the goalkeeper read that well. It just seemed to glide into his box with ease for him to pick it up there, and he's in no rush to distribute it at the moment. As now it's been cleared out to the left-hand side, nodded forward by Stockley. Williamson hooks the ball up, back Stockley nods it back to Williamson, who nods it down to Tinkler. Lovely first touch to control it, and out it goes for a Charlton throw. Well, it is the FA Cup, and Gateshead have got nothing to lose here, so you would imagine that they might start to push a little bit further forward, and that will leave the game a little bit more open for counter-attack, so we could see more goals here.
I think Stockley's been given the second goal.
Well, I went by the stadium announcer there as lovely touch out to there and crossed into the centre. Williamson's there to nod it clear, and nearly high feet, and it was high feet. Free kick given to Gateshead and quickly taken. Now Tinkler brings the ball forward.
He's something lying.
Kedwin Scott needed to be looking to see what was happening behind him there. Now he's
been a great run in the end.
In the end, he made the good run. Campbell's made a run on the far side. That's a beautiful ball. Can he bring it down in the box? He can. But that's good defending there. Got in front of it. And Nicholson come in with studs up there. But it's been pumped forward by Clare. And that's going to go all the way through to Jacob Chapman in the Gateshead goal, who quickly distributes that up there. And, well,
ball.
It's good. But, oh, my word. The tackle on the Gateshead player. Hey. Well, when it's not going your way, it's not going your way. Free kick to Charlton. 5 yards inside the Gateshead half on the right-hand side. I mean, we knew Charlton would have that extra bit of quality being a League One side, and players that have played at a higher level. But the golfing class hasn't been massive.
It hasn't, no. Not by any stretch. I mean, again, as we said, didn't we, at half time, that as much as you want to say the referee's at fault here, the missed chances weren't made by him. That's what's effectively got Gateshead behind here.
That looked like it was handled there by Stockley. Referee says yes, now he's given it, but it was late, very late. Well, there's a couple of players been warming up for Gateshead. They're still warming up there. Can Langstaff get past his man?
Didn't help again.
There's a hell of a battle that's been going on. Tinkler brings it down. Appeals for handball.
Give it.
And a free kick given away there by Tinkler. But for the second goal, the headed clearance just seemed to gift that to the player at the back post.
I've just been messaging Matthew Bodcock, who is the editor of the non-league paper, and he suggested that if it's VAR, it's slightly offside because it's hit Stockley on the way in, which is why Gateshead were appealing.
Ah, right. So this is before that initial header across.
The shot.
The shot, sorry.
It's hit Stockley on the way
right.
Who seemed to be standing in offside position, but he did say it was very, very tight. So. But again, we still have half an hour left.
Yep. Well, so you've got to take your chances, and that's what Charlton have done so far. As Greg Ollie plays it into the centre. Well read there by Gilby. Gilby plays a ball across there to J. Yesemi, who's just got time to move it about. Well, Mark, do you throw the dice at the moment to make a substitution, put some fresh legs on up front?
Not yet. I think it's too early. Given another 10 minutes, last 20, just try and keep it at 2. Or if you can nick one. But, ideally. But I think there will be, in the next sort of 10 minutes or so, they may look to the bench.
Well, GSM on the far side.
Black and Williams are the obvious ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
But it's who do you take off? That's probably the trickiest thing about it.
Well, Purton now plays it inside. Elliot Lee. Back to Purton. Elliot Lee's there for the overlap, who he uses. Just gives it to him. Charlton happy to pass it around as Dobson plays it inside. Elliot Lee didn't see the run of Washington in the centre there, thankfully, and goes off Langstaff for a Charlton throw.
The finishing has been a big difference. That's a simple fact. You asked me earlier on. I didn't really answer the question, but the the finishing has been the biggest difference between the two sides. The styles of football are similar. They're trying to play it. The fitness levels look very much similar. It's just that finishing, the end product.
Well, Gateshead have the ball. Langstaff gives it back to Williamson, who plays it off at Dobson. Gets it to Tinkler, though. Tinkler under pressure to clear the ball. Goes more into the centre, his clearance there. And it's been nodded out by Charlton for a Gateshead throw.
Maybe you could possibly look at Dan Ward coming off and Williams coming on in midfield.
I think Williams might give you that creation a bit more.
But then you're asking Greg Ollie to do more of a disciplined job in there alongside Bailey. But you've got to go for it. So it's a difficult one.
As well, Greg Ollie plays it off a Charlton player for a throw just in front of the Charlton dugout.
I think the Blackett one would
He's
probably
quickly
be...
taking it here. Can Langstaff get in front of him? He gets a toe round and wins the ball, but fell to a Charlton shirt. And Dan Ward, can he pick up the loose ball? He can. Now Bailey has the ball in the centre circle, lays it off to Nicholson. Nicholson, if he looks up, he's got Campbell, but he plays it into the centre there. Dan Ward, who was he fouled? No, referee says no. And now Elliot Lee can drive forward in the centre circle. If he looks up, he's got a player on one side who drives forward himself. He's still going. Williamson, was he fouled there? Referee. Well, what's happened?
He's bringing it back from foul.
He's bringing it back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey's.
I think it was just a little nick, wasn't he? He saw that he was running at the last man and just brought him down. This would be dangerous.
Oh, it's not a position you want. It was very central, though. Very central here for a free kick, just on the edge of the D. Well, maybe a couple of yards back from that. Now Elliot Lee is the man standing over at number 17. We've seen what kind of deliveries he can do for a set piece, but what can he do for a direct free kick?
It's probably just about the right distance to get it up and over that wall. If it's any closer, it's difficult. You know, you've got to have a high level of technique to get it up and under. Up and under the bar, I should say. But to me, that feels a perfect distance.
Yeah, initially, I thought when we've seen the free kick given, thought it was going to be a little bit further forward, but here we are as Elliot Lee stands over the ball. Hands on hips. Referee's taking his time here.
There's a player standing right in front of the keeper.
I know. Has he blown the whistle yet? Now, here comes the free kick. Well, over the bar. Chapman had it covered. But I think the referee's enjoying being on telly tonight. That was just needless. Well, Blackett comes back out from the stand there and seems to be stripping down. So Paul Blackett has come back and looks like he's getting stripped ready for action.
Maybe Langstaff move Kerwin Scott out wide.
Possibly. You don't want to sacrifice the height of Scott.
It's a great
throw
ball.
Now. Can Macaulay Langstaff get into the box? He's driving down with the ball. He keeps going. Can he get across? Oh, good defending. And that was corner. Well,
No, it wasn't. It came off him on the way
I
out.
thought he had just kept it in, but well, substitution here, number 10 for it's going to be Albie Morgan coming on for Charlton. And he is replacing Elliot Lee. Wow.
Yeah, I would be surprised if it was Langstaff. You know, it's a big call for him to start this game, having only trained twice this week. So
well, I might even be a double substitution here because there's two players script and ready.
Jacob.
Could be Jacob or Williams, one of the two. Both blonde hair players, and that's what I can see down there, blonde haired player. So just trying to decipher which one it is. But Langstaff gets the ball, controls it well, lays it off. Gateshead just keeping possession, doing it well, but they've got to get the ball higher up the pitch
Really
now
good.
as Bailey plays it off to Nicholson. Nicholson plays it down the line to Campbell. Campbell back all the way to Bailey there. Now it's in the middle. Can Ollie control it? He can't get past his man. Just at the first touch to put it away, but he's going to have to chase this one down. There's the keeper Henderson. Kicked the ball up there, up the pitch. And Gateshead really need to be winning the second balls here. That's the difference at the moment in the midfield battle. As now Gilby has the ball, lays it off.
Am I going nuts here or Louis Story?
I can't see Lewis Story.
Oh no, there he is.
Oh, there you are.
On the ball.
Yeah, on the ball.
Where
I know anyone that's listening will be thinking, how can you miss a player on the pitch? Well, it looks like Adam Campbell is going to be sacrificed here for Paul Blackett, but that's pace for pace at the moment. So Campbell, who had some golden chances there, and now Dan Ward is going to be replaced by Luke Williams, former Hartlepool and Middlesbrough player. And well, Dan Ward, he's put a good shift in today. He always does. And he makes way for Luke Williams to come onto the pitch.
Yeah, that probably says a lot about Macaulay Langstaff's fitness, I would suggest, that he's clearly fitter than what we're giving him credit for. It doesn't leave a lot on the bench, does it, really?
Well, it's a like-for-like switch with both players. By the way, they're lining up as Campbell's having a bit of a tussle already with the big number 50, the defender there.
Blackett.
Yeah, did I say Campbell there? Yeah, Blackett, sorry. I was trying to see where Luke Williams was lining up. And
I think it is just, as you say, straight swap.
Yeah, like for like. Well, 22 minutes remaining.
Oh,
nice turn by Ollie. Can he pick out the black and white shirt as he pumps the ball over the far side? I don't know if he thought there was a left back going flying over there, but there wasn't. And Jack Hunter is warming up as well down the touchline. So, and there's a few other players down there, so he's not the only one.
Look, I think we're heading into the last 20 minutes here, and Gateshead have done very well tonight. It is just the finishing that's let them down.
Yeah.
It really is. And they've been given a bit of a lesson in finishing because Charlton haven't created too many chances. The ones that they have created, they've taken.
Well, it's been nodded on, and Gateshead can try and clear this ball up the pitch as Lewis Story clears it up, takes a deflection, and Blackett is wrestling the way there, does well, gets it to Williams. Williams puts it through. Can Langstaff get onto this ball? He's 1-on-1 with the keeper. Can he finish it? Puts it over the bar. Puts it over the bar. Oh, what a golden chance.
Told you he was the one that needed chances to fall to.
Oh.
Do you know what? Again, what a pass that was, by the way. Perfectly weighted. The chances he's been taking this season, you're expecting them to ripple out. Gateshead, we should say it time and time again, have cut Charlton open like that. And they've got to start taking chances. That's what's cost them.
We've seen that time and time again this season where Macaulay Langstaff has found the back of the net. And that was just a beautiful ball through the middle. And you see the big number 50, he's not having the greatest time here as Blackett tries to get the ball and it's been cleared. We just need to get that second ball, Gateshead. And now, on the far side, Nicholson is battling out. It goes for a Gateshead throw. Oh, and Charlton player, bit of play acting, not letting Gateshead player get the ball. Well, here we go. Is he going to book him? He's come over, and now he's throwing it off Gateshead player. Is the referee going to do anything? No.
Wow. Jesus.
Well, when you haven't got anything good to say, don't say anything at all. If you're wondering why we went quiet.
That's what my ma said.
Yeah. Gateshead hoping to get this ball back in possession, but Charlton drive forward now with it. There's a man on the far side. They went for the shot instead, and now can Gateshead win this. Oh, Blackett
stronger.
Got the ball and just didn't see it through. Well, 19 minutes remain. And now it's passed out to Puritan, who puts the ball across there. Man at the far post coming in, but delivery just went away from him.
You know, if Langstaff scores there, you go into the last 20 minutes with Gateshead just a goal behind, and anything could happen from then.
Wow. That was
another sub coming off of Charlton, I think.
Yeah. I think it's going to be number 25 coming on, which is Josh Davison. Wow. Just nearly deafened us there when I pulled the wrong...
Sorry?
That's surely handball.
He's
The referee!
why is it taking so long to give it? Catch it next time.
Wow. Get to bring the ball forward through Nicholson on the left-hand side. Plays the ball through for Blackett to chase onto. Good control of his first touch. Can he get past his man and cross it in? He's down at the dead ball line. Oh. Defender did enough to put him off.
He did. Just the physical strength of the Charlton centre-back there.
Well, here comes the next substitution. There's going to be a double substitution by Charlton here. Number 25 is coming on for Jay Jessamy. Daliang Jay Jessamy for his full name. And also as well, number 14 is coming off. Is Connor Washington is going to be replaced by number 18, Jonathan Lecco.
Yeah, Lecco was highly rated when he came through at West Brom, playing the Premier League for West Brom, sorry. Played for England's youth teams, but just hasn't quite happened for him just yet. But will be another threat from Charlton.
Oh, Charlton's goal kick here. As up it goes. And Gateshead can just clear this from the back lines over the top. Gateshead going a little bit direct now, and why not if they can get at that defence? As just didn't sit up for Langstaff, and Gateshead out of possession again as Dobson plays a crossfield ball, gets it across to, can't see the shirt number on the far side there as he twists and turns and driving with the ball. I think it might be Lecco. And now Charlton try to play that into the channel, but Gateshead can mop it up, bring it forward, play it forward now, and it goes out of play on the far side for a throw into Charlton. Well, I'll get to win possession, but don't do anything with it and lose it straight away. As now it's driving forward from, it is number 10, that is Charlie Albee, and Puritan over there, lovely cover and play there by Robbie Tinkler, who puts the ball out for a throw. Well, the minutes are ticking away here, 15 minutes remain. Will there be a grandstand finish, or can Gateshead grab a consolation goal? We're hoping for the first of them two choices. Well, Langstaff was dragged to the ground, ball kept in. Referee, it's very late with these decisions.
You'd like to say just making sure.
Possibly. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. As Greg Ollie, the captain, brings the ball forward. Looks to play through the middle there, and I think Blackett might have just been offside if it had went through, but was mopped up by the Charlton defence, and now they can bring it forward. As Gilby gives it to Lecco. And Lecco just passes it back to Clare. Now it's in the middle with Dobson. Bamawu. Played out to Puritan on the left-hand side, who brings it down. Now it's back with Gilby. Gilby's going to play it across the defence there, and Charlton just looking very happy on the ball at the moment. Gates need to put the pressure on like they are now.
Too easy.
That was too easy through the centre. Now as Gilby's going to play it out to Lecco on the left-hand side. He's got try and get past Nicholson. He's driving it down towards the dead ball line, cuts inside himself with the ball. Good control. He's still going, turns him again, slips as he crosses it in. It was beautiful build-up play, but when it comes to the actual delivery or the shot,
I don't know if it's coming through on the comment on the audio here, but
yeah, it's vibrating the stand.
Great noise in the Tyne-Away stand. Crowd have been brilliant tonight, haven't they?
They certainly have. And as I say, we know we're 2-0 down at the moment, but we haven't not been in this game at any point. And that's a big saving grace. As Lecco on the far side, he was slightly off before and had to correct himself. Got the ball now, crosses it in. It's a deep one. Langstaff.
Oh, that was different.
Different kind of clearance there. As Blackett, can he hold it up? He does, but he doesn't pick out a Gateshead shirt.
Yeah, got to do better there.
Charlton.
It's difficult when you've got a 6'4" man at your back.
Yeah, when you're 5'5".
Ah,
As Thurton got the ball down there on the left-hand side.
Just starting to find spaces now.
Yeah, they're looking very comfortable. As Nicholson heads the ball clear, gets it to Kedwin Scott, who pumps the ball over the top. Can Blackett get past his man? He's chasing him down. Good pressure, but defender got in front of him and just played it back to the keeper.
He's catching him with every little step down.
Yeah. Another 10 yards and you might have got past him, but...
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, nice block.
Gateshead's midfield need to do more to help the strikers and the defenders here because they're just wide open at the moment. Well played. That's better.
Yeah, well,
That's better.
now Gator, can they break with this?
Offside.
Well, it's fell to Claire. Tries to get a let go. Can he keep it in? He has.
Back him up.
And now, was the cross going to come? Shot, always rising. We've had a message here from Stefan Morgan. And he said, I'm from Denmark, and it sounds like a Danish owner wants to invest more in January in the Danish media. I'd imagine that's probably about Charlton.
One of my best mates is from Denmark.
Oh,
well,
wow.
lives in Denmark. Lives in Esbjerg.
Ah, well, as I say,
sorry, that's of no relevance.
I don't know if that's breaking news, but we've already had the big investment across the other side of the river. Could we have Danish oil money coming in? There's a Charlton player down with a head injury at the moment, but it's a free kick to Gateshead. It's Purton, who's done really well. He's put next year for promotion, and he's put maybe. So, well,
not very decisive.
Not very, yeah. So, well, have we heard breaking news here on the Heed Army podcast? Should I have read it out?
It's a Matty Jacob. I think, possibly coming on here.
Possibly.
You imagine that?
Yeah.
Nicholson, maybe.
I think Connor Panny's getting stripped as well. We'll see.
That's great for the academy, by the way, isn't it? Seeing and the college seeing Connor, if it is Connor coming on.
Well, he's active down there. Whether or not he's going to be getting stripped to come on, we'll see very momentarily. But yeah, Connor Panny come through the academy set up here at Gateshead. Gateshead developing their own players. Of course, we've already got Elliot Forbes, who's out injured at the moment, who came through the Gateshead Academy. John Mellish went on to Carlisle United, who came through the academy. Tom White went on to Blackburn Rovers from Gateshead, now at Barrow. Gateshead with the Olays at the minute. Well, Macaulay Langstaff is down at the moment. I imagine we might be seeing the end of Macaulay Langstaff's evening on the pitch.
Sorry, we are trying to focus on things going on the pitch, but
yeah, Langstaff. I think he's run his heart out today. And
Dave, let's just talk about what's just happened.
What just happened?
Have you not seen it?
No.
It's a supporter on the far end on the patch of grass between the far stand.
Yeah,
has run away from two stewards.
Oh, I missed it.
But then slipped down the hill.
You see, it coincided when I was following the game.
I'm sorry,
with the Olays.
I was trying to be professional, Dave.
Yeah,
I'm not having that.
Yeah, well, I was looking about and I just thought, I thought the fans were probably enjoying that. Well, yeah, there we go. It does look like there's a further substitution for Charlton. It is number 27 is going to come on. It's Papi Sori, who I believe was at Palace. Connor Panny is going to be coming on for Gateshead here. Well, there we go. Macaulay Langstaff, no surprise, replaced by Connor Panny, and Williams is going to move higher up the pitch here and play on the right-hand side.
In the long run, that'll do Langstaff the world of good, you know.
Yeah.
And I've got to be honest, you know, and I know Gateshead want to keep the best players here, but there's a couple of them who've shown that they can mix it. They can mix it with clubs at a higher level. Big step up to make every week, though.
And there we go. Is it going to fall to a Gateshead shirt? It is. Connor Panny, with his first touch there, lays it off to Nicholson.
Careful.
Nicholson receives the ball back from Story. Tries to get it to Panny, but I say what a story that would be if Connor Panny could come on and score. Well, the stewards are still with the man on the far side there, who I didn't see.
Genuinely wonder if he's injured himself.
Might have slid down. It's a steep hill.
It certainly is. I would like to fall down.
Right. Can Gateshead create something? Can they carve something out here? Now, Williamson plays it back to Story. Story across to Nicholson, who's under pressure. Has to play it first time inside. And these first time balls, without looking up, sometimes catching up. But Ollie picks up the loose ball this time. Can he play it forward? And Blackett's chasing down. Can he get past the keeper?
He just
and well,
neck.
Brave goalkeeper there.
It was very brave.
Well, he didn't leave the foot in on him.
Got another sub to me. Are we going to see?
I think they've made all 5, haven't they?
1, 2. Nope.
Oh, they've got one there. I thought you could only make them in 3 blocks.
I thought, maybe.
Well,
I have no idea what the rules are.
I know it's changed that much, but
the FA just change things when they want, don't they?
Well, I must admit, against Altrincham, I was convinced that they had made too many substitutions and then was informed afterwards. But a big thank you to everyone that has tuned in. Of course, we do realise that we are on the telly, and we've been fluctuating up and down at the moment. We appreciate every listener that has come in, and all your messages as well, even from Stephen Morgan. Has put your team in a better position in the league, that's for sure. I think playoffs this year is possible. So there we go.
Whereabouts in Denmark?
You'd have to tell us if Stefan could message in again. Let us know where you're listening from. And also clarify, was it investment in Gateshead? Well, keeper's back up onto his feet there. I think he'll be all right to continue. I think it's just a little bit of way of running down the clock.
I think Barnsley are owned by Danish owners. Again, no relevance whatsoever to this game.
Well, I'll see if they bring free bacon.
And Lego.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of exports from Denmark. Well, kick being taken up the pitch. It's been put out by Bailey, who's done fantastic today in midfield. And he's certainly run his heart out. And they say, of course, we mentioned earlier on the commentary fitness levels don't come into it. This will get to a full-time outfit and are super fit. There's even pictures on social media. They do alternative training, yoga, things like that. They're very
just like us, Dave. Just like us.
And nutrition as well. They've got it all. As Gator try and bring the ball forward. Oh, he's just ran it out. Oh,
it's Gator ball. Yeah,
Gator ball. What he had ran out of play there. Can we make it an exciting finish here? 5 minutes left. So we wait for this throw. If he had a good throw on him, Tinkler's and acres of space.
Jesus, it's not Dave Charlton. One for the dad.
Yeah, I was going to say there, if you're a Tranmere fan from
Rory Delap or something, I should say.
Yeah. Well, Charlton working it from the back here, playing it across to number 27, Swire, who plays it off a Gator player, and out it goes for a throw in just in front of the dugout. Another sub, and Hunter is going to come on for Owen Bailey, who has give everything this evening. He's been absolutely fantastic. And on comes Jack Hunter, another player. I've had a message saying that Alan Shearer's here. Must be coming to see a team that wins on Tyneside. Not winning at the minute though. As the ball's played forward now, Blackett's in a foot race. Can he get past his man? He's brought down by. That has to be a red card. He's reaching for his pocket, and off he goes. I think yellow. How? How was that a yellow?
Wow.
Oh, 2.
No, let's be biased.
Let's be biased. Get a red. Get a red. Well, free kick here. We know what Greg Ollie and Robbie Tinkler can do from this position. Do they go for glory?
Oh, I've seen them walk for that though.
Yeah. Tell you what, I think he was a very lucky man.
Gateshead get one now though. It sets up an interesting last
Certainly
5
does.
5 minutes plus.
Tell you what,
Do you know what? Sorry, Dave.
Cheeky ball along the line towards the penalty spot.
Just to quickly jump in, Blackett, since he's come on, has got him behind quite nicely, and it's just
I
the
know.
quality of the ball has been there.
Well, there he is with the shaving foam, just sprayed it on the pitch. Here we Ollie to stand over this one.
Big gap in the near post. Big gap in the near post.
Greg Ollie. Williams is there as well, but the captain looks like he's the man to take it. Ollie puts this in towards the back post and it's hit. Fantastic reaction save. Oh, another one. Gateshead, how didn't they get it across the line? It's still a scramble. It hasn't been cleared. It has now. And everything but the back of the net Gateshead hit there. The woodwork, the keeper, the defender. Oh, what a chance. Charlton scrambled it away.
Literally no idea what's just happened.
Nah. Well, wow. As Gilby drives forward with the ball. Connor Panny with a great tackle from the youngster. Oh.
I think Williamson sort of deflected it against the crossbar, and then it's just been a scramble, hasn't there?
Wow.
There's a beach ball.
Oh, well.
Let's get that on the pitch. Might help.
Yeah. Well, let's see the drone is back up, and it must be a bit windy up there because it's shaking. But we wait this throw in to come in. There's a beach ball flying around. We're entering the last minute and a half here of normal time. And one thing we can say is Gateshead have done themselves proud. They've carved out opportunities, and as Mark has said throughout the commentary, the difference was the finishing. But Blackett's twist and turn around two players there, and good cover and play. Well, allows a push in the face. The referee didn't even look at it to the referee. It's right in line, hand in the face. Oh, where it is to be biased on a microphone. But now Charlton bring the ball forward. Well, Gateshead managed to pick the ball up. Oh, he wasn't looking. It was Kedwin Scott. He didn't expect the ball to come through as it did. And now Charlton bring the ball forward. And they've got space to run into here, Charlton. Now, Swift. Oh, nicely done there. Gateshead win the ball back. Was that a foul? Gateshead still going with it. Story found himself higher up the pitch, and now he has to try and get back in line, and Charlton just play it from the back out to Lecco, who twists and turns. Plays it to Stockley, who's been quiet. Now try and get it down the right-hand flank, and out it goes for a throw to Gateshead. Well, we've got 10 seconds of normal time remaining by the clock just down in front of us. And, well, Gateshead fans are up on their feet, applauding the team, singing still. 4 minutes of added on time here. Can Gateshead grab a consolation? I think the roof would come off if Gateshead could grab one. It's going to bounce through there. Chapman quickly grabs it. We're into 4 minutes of added on time. Could we see the impossible? Gateshead get something out of this, or can they just get one back? It's headed out. Oh, it hasn't went out. It's went up in the air. Blackett chases down. Wins a throw in for his efforts on the far side. Good opportunity for Gateshead to get the ball in the box. Now we wait this throw to come in. Nicholson picks out Blackett. Oh, his touch just let him down. If he had turned, he could have just crossed that across the face of goal, but it wasn't to be. And there's Charlton. Wait for the ball to come back for this goal kick. Not time wasting. They've quickly taken it. Now Charlton play the ball up the pitch, but out it goes. And Charlton will just be happy to get the ball up the pitch, stop Gateshead from creating anything. Gateshead fans were in fine voice just along from us here in the Tyne and Wear stand. Throw in here, quickly taken. Oh, and, well, Gateshead managed to. Oh, it's just that second ball at times just hasn't sat up for Gateshead. The awareness of some of the Charlton players has just been that little bit better at times. But Gateshead have not given up at all. Well, Stokely brings the ball down. Ollie manages to win the ball back, and now Lewis Story slides to tackle it, but gets it to a Charlton player. And, well, it's bounced off. Gateshead player, foul given, apparently. On the far side, didn't see exactly what it was for. And as the minutes, the seconds tick away here, Gateshead's FA Cup run slowly comes to an end, but they can be very proud of themselves. They've had their moment in front of the TV cameras and done themselves no harm whatsoever. Hopefully the people of Tyneside will come, but Charlton are back on the attack here. It comes out to Soiree, who looks to play it back, gets the ball back again on the left-hand side. Charlton in no real effort to get the ball in the box. They're just passing it around, making Gateshead chase shadows at the moment. And to throw in to Charlton just in front of their own dugout. Well, I wish I knew what Daniel was saying there. It's not in English, but thank you for your message. Now can get a turn. They have got the ball across to the far side to Tinkler. He's going to be under pressure though. It's the one last attack in this Gateshead side. Referee looks at his watch, still looking. Williamson plays it back to Chapman. We can only have 30 seconds left at the most. Back to Chapman, who clears the ball up towards Tinkler. Tinkler doesn't win the header. It's been brought down. Williamson manages to cover the ball there, and every ball just seems to be falling to a red shirt at the moment. And it's a free kick given here in the dying moments of the game for Charlton, probably about 25 yards out, right-hand side of the box. And there you go. That is the full-time whistle. We didn't even get that. But Gateshead can hold their heads up high here at Gateshead International Stadium. They may have lost 2-0 to Charlton Athletic of League One, but they matched them for large periods of the game, going toe-to-toe, having probably 4, maybe 5 golden chances to put it in the back of the net. But it was the finishing that was the difference here between Gateshead and Charlton. But we go forward on Tuesday night, and we hope that some of you can join us or even come down on Tuesday night to see Gateshead take on York City in the National League North, where Gateshead are flying high at the moment. And if they win their games in hand, they'll go top of the league. So why not get yourselves down to Gateshead Stadium on Tuesday? It should be an absolutely fantastic encounter against the boys from Yorkshire. And we really like it to come down here. Also, as well, if you'd like to join us on the Heed Army podcast on Thursday night, it will be very much appreciated. We'd love to have your feedback on the game tonight. And Mark, just before we sign off, Gateshead give a great account of themselves, and they say they come out of this with probably the only downside is the finishing.
Oh, absolutely. Gateshead have done they've done fantastically well here. They've done the club proud, they've done the town proud, they've done the region proud, and you just look at those chances and you think if they could have taken one of them, it would have made a game of it. We said at the start that we want more people here for this York City game on Tuesday, and I think anyone who's been here tonight will have seen exactly what Gateshead can offer. They've been so good. They really have. They've played a brand of football that we know they play, but they've shown it to everyone watching at home. They've stuck true to their principles, which is massive, and it's a big part of what Mike Williamson and Ian Watson and Lewis Story and Chris Bell want here. They've been fantastic, and they've done everyone proud. And I hope nobody is down on the fact they've gone out the FA Cup or been beaten. They've done what I expected them to. It's just that finishing.
And let's look at beyond the match itself, the crowd, the TV cameras, the TV money. It's helped the club here and hopefully help build a reputation on Tyneside. And that's what ultimately a cup run does for you.
And I understand why you're asking about the about the finance side of it,
Yeah.
because we can't ignore that. We really can't. But I do feel the longer term benefit may well be that people have seen what this club's about,
Yeah.
they've seen what this team's about, they've seen what this managerial team's about, and they'll want to get, hopefully get involved in that. They've been fantastic tonight, they really have.
Certainly. Well, thank you very much, Mark, for joining us. It's always a pleasure. You can join us on Tuesday night. We'll be bringing you build-up from 7:30 on YouTube and on Facebook. We'd love you to join us, and we'd love you to be down here at the Gateshead Stadium. The fans are giving the Gateshead players a fantastic reception as they leave the pitch, and so they should. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for all your messages, and we will see you next time.